Hello everyone, and welcome to the June 23rd update for Captain Stardust. This week we had 16 commits from 2 different contributors, which brings our lifetime commits to 298 from 11 lifetime contributors, including one of those being a playtester. This week we had Claim come in and do some playtesting for us, which provided a lot of good, valuable feedback. I've already integrated like half of his list, and I'll work on the other half in the next couple of weeks. And then I went through and focused a ton on the world events. So for the, a fire is created and you have to put it out with water, I added that to all of the world locations. I fixed the UI issues with that. For the food delivery, it originally was a pizza delivery, but then I realized that I didn't make a pizza restaurant, so then I had to pivot that to be like a burger delivery or like a fast food delivery. So that way food is spawned and then you have to go and deliver it to the different customers around there. And I also took care of the art and the icon and the updating elements there as well. And then for the mugger and the police, I created a mugger that will be running to a destination, and then the police will try to follow them. The police runs at a slightly slower speed, so they will never be able to catch up to the mugger. The mugger can either be caught or they can escape, and then I also added that to all of the world locations. And then I updated the placement of the UI timer. Instead of being at the top in the middle, I moved it closer to the world event icons on the right-hand side. I also inverted the flying field view, which is part of Claim's recommendation, so that way you can see more of the map instead of narrower while you are flying. So let's jump on over to the game here. For the sake of testing, I went ahead and increased the height of all of the world events, so it's currently active now, but it will be active like when you are halfway through the game-ish. You can see in the top left when you're entering or exiting different world zones, that starts like an invisible timer that the player is not going to see. But I want to take a look at this region, like right over here to start with. So we've entered the zone, so there's like a soft timer that's going on. And we'll just wait till a world event appears in the bottom right. There we go, so we have a robbery going on. So in the bottom right, you can see that there is the world event. In the bottom left, you have the cop mesh right here, which is trying to run after our burglar who's trying to get to a specific destination. I'm trying to find them on the minimap over here. Let's see if we can get there. They tucked away back here? Looks like they are. So it looks like they see the player, but they are currently not running. Looks like a humanoid is trying to block them. So let's go ahead and try to apprehend them by just shooting them with laser pellets. That's exactly what you do. So that is our robber mesh. Looks like we have a water icon that I didn't fully get rid of. That's okay. But let's see if we can trigger another one here. Actually, let's go to this different region right over here so I can show you that it's in different regions as well. So we have a couple of different areas that different events can be taking place in, and there's a little bit of crossover between them, so there's a little bit of randomness involved with it. We still have our people that are running. Ooh, looks like we got another police. There we go. So they are running after the robber, which looks like spawned behind me back over here. There we go. So it looks like our robber's back there. He's on his way to wherever he's trying to hide out. Well, let's just go and get rid of him there. Let's see if I can trigger one more here where we're trying to get like a food delivery or get a fire. There we go, food delivery. So looks like it is over at our restaurant, which is right over here. So they're a little bit short-staffed, so we need to come over here and pick up our food from the food delivery location. Oop. Looks like we may have missed this one. That's okay though. There we go, another food delivery. So once we've picked it up, we have a couple of different locations that we can drop it off to, which is on the map in the lower left-hand corner, and there's just this very faint box right down here. So we'll make that a little bit easier to see, but you can go ahead and deliver it there, and then it clears out the world event. So we have a couple of bugs that are still tied into that, but it's, for the most part, up and working. So if we were to jump on over to the Vikunja board here, we're getting this weekly video done now. I'm going to be on vacation in the next couple of weeks, so then I did like an audit, and I decided to get rid of a couple of extra missions that I had. I thought that we already had everything established in the game that we need to, like in terms of A small story, we have all of the enemies that I've created already being interacted with in other missions, so it felt like everything else after that was just kind of padding. So I got rid of that, and I decided to add a couple of tasks in here for polish as well as for bug cleanup to kind of tighten up what we currently have. So if anybody would like to be involved for like lower difficulty items where it's like tweaking a couple of variables or like trying to make some writing a little bit easier, those are definitely in there and they are ready for you. Otherwise, I believe that is our weekly update for Captain Stardust.